Thanks for joining us tonight. We start off with developing news out of West Knox County. The Knox County Sheriff's Department saying deputies are investigating an apparent murder-suicide in Farragut tonight. The call came in around 4 this afternoon from the Village Green subdivision, and Gabrielle Hayes is live in that neighborhood for us tonight. Gabrielle, we're learning that these two were relatives.
That's right, Daniel. The Knox County Sheriff's Office says that it's still investigating. As you said, what it says appears to be a murder-suicide involving a mother and son. Now, we don't know how exactly that unfolded completely, but here's what we do know. KCSO says they got a call from a family member. They say it didn't feel right, so they called for a welfare check at the house. When deputies got there, they say they then entered the house and found two bodies. KCSO says it's still investigating, but there's a chance whatever happened might not have happened today, considering how long it has been since the family heard from anyone in the house.
It had been several days, if not longer, that someone has spoken to anyone at the residence. So that, of course, brought concern to this other family member who came over to check the welfare of the people at the home.
Now, they are not releasing any names right now. We were here when the ambulance pulled off. KCSO says those two victims are being taken to the medical examiner to find out any more information. And moving forward, they say as they get more information on what happened in that time frame, we will learn more and we will update you. Daniel?
We'll keep checking back with you on this developing story. Gabrielle, thank you.